Hi, welcome. I'm so glad you're here because today we're going to talk about professional presence. One of the main reasons why we must talk about professional presence, because I know this has happened to you just like it happens to me, still does to this day. Let's just say you're at an art show, or you're hiking with your camera and you're photographing, or you're talking to someone online and they ask you this big question. So, are you a professional photographer? Let me ask you this. Do you answer with confidence or do you freeze and fumble with the right words? So today we're going to change that feeling of hobbyist and give you the feeling and the respect of a professional. I'm going to walk you through how to build your professional presence step by step so you can show up with clarity, consistently, and with confidence.
Welcome to Capture and Connect. Insight, challenges, and proven strategies to help you take your passion for photography and turn it into an income-generating business. And now here's your host, Janice Sullivan.
Hey, welcome to Capture and Connect. I'm in the chat. This is a premiere, so it goes live, and I'm in the chat chatting with you. So go over there and say hi if you're watching this as this premiere goes up live. And this video is number 5 on my series on how to start a photography business. This is your foundation. And today we're going to take everything together and mold it all up to make your professional presence. But let's just go and dive in really quick, just really fast, and look back at everything that I've covered on this new playlist that I've done for you. The first video was uncovering your mission in life. That gives you clarity on why you create. From why you created, we built your portfolio, curating images that reflect your vision, your passion, and that gave you proof of your value. Next, we talked about your offer, what you actually sell, and how it transforms your clients, and that gave you direction in your business. Third, we found your niche, the people who need what only you provide, only you make for them. That gave you focus on your ideal customer. And the fourth video, we tackled pricing, understanding your worth and setting a structure that supports you. That gave you confidence to be paid for your photography creations. And now, we're on the final episode, which I'm super excited. It's about professional presence. This is what gives you authority. So the world sees you as a professional photographer. So what I'm going to do is give you steps. They're not crazy big steps. The first part of your professional presence is being clear. We need clarity. What subjects do you photograph? What do you offer? Prints, licensing, workshops, commissions? Pick one. You got to really be clear. You can't be all over the place. What emotions do I want my people to feel when they see my work? Have that ready. Here's why you must have it ready. You know how I like my fuzzy little numbers? In a business, that's not good. You don't want to be fuzzy. If you're fuzzy, your audience will be fuzzy. So you want to be clear because clarity builds confidence. In the series, I talked about Debbie, who I worked with, her flower and nature photography, who thought she was just photographing flowers. But when she reframed her work as capturing resilience and beauty in the smallest details of nature, her presence changed. People connected with her why, not just her photos. So if you haven't done this already, write really fast one quick sentence about what you do. This becomes your elevator pitch, your tagline, your anchor of you and what you give to your clients. If you need to pause after the premiere and you're watching this, write this down really fast. Progress over perfection. Oh, much better. I had to move. The sun was piercing down over me. So here we are, my rocking chair. I love my rocking chair. All right. So step number 2. Create a cohesive visual brand. And what do I mean by that? What we're going to do now is actually the branding. A lot of us, we're creatives and we want to do this before. I know I did. I always got my website done before and I got all my colors and everything. And until I really understood my clients and what they're attracted to, it really doesn't work. That's why so many websites fail. That's why so many professional present areas fail. The reason why we want to do this is we want to have consistency within our recognition. So let's just think of it this way. Starbucks. I mean, I like Starbucks. Some of you may not like Starbucks, but it's a great example because you don't need to see their name. You know the color, you know the design. That's how you want people to recognize your business. Your photography offers you. So for me, I use my sunset purple brand colors and use them everywhere. Websites, social, presentations. People began saying, I saw that and I thought of you. And that's what I want for you. So what I want you to do is pick 2 to 3 colors and fonts that represent your vibe. Create a logo. It's not so much to watermark because people will take that off of your images anyways. We do this because we want people to recognize us. Step 3, we're doing all this before we actually push this out to the world. Get all these steps done, and then we will finish it all up. So what I want you to do is write like a pro, but like you. Your words are part of your presence. Caption, bios, emails, they all tell the audience who you are. You'll hear my little sayings, and I'm not going to change for anybody. You'll hear me say progress over perfection and super duper important. That's me. And if you don't like it and you bounce off, who cares? You're not my people. That's how I want you to feel. You be yourself and don't be fake. If people don't like you, it's okay. You will attract the people that do like you. I always say, talk the talk of your perfect client. So don't use jargon unless they understand it. If I was to talk f-stop, shutter speed, ISO to somebody else that was not my client, they wouldn't understand that. But you understand what I'm talking about. So always understand your ideal perfect client and talk their talk because you will relate to that. Why do we even do that? Because people don't just buy photography. There's a lot out there. They buy connection and trust. They buy you. So one of my clients had an about page full of technical jargon and awards. He was a fine art photographer that did gallery exhibitions. And we had to rewrite his story. He had to fine tune his fine art photography. We wrote his about story differently. His inquiries went up. He got some gigs in galleries in Ireland. I was like so excited because he changed his about page. Instead of all the jargon and technical, he wrote his story. People connected to him, not just his photos. What I want you to do is think, what would you put on your about page? Rewrite it so it feels like a conversation that you're having with your perfect client. Step 4, this is the fun part. I mean, we're creatives. We're photographers that love to be creative. This is so much fun. I mean, I at least have fun. There is problems with tech. Build a portfolio website. So some techie part can be frustrating. Let me just talk about this though. To be a professional, you really must have a website. Because this is your home base. Social media, you don't own it, but you own your website. Every professional presence needs this foundation. This is where they will see your story. It is where they can see your portfolio. This is where you're going to have an offer that's clear, whether it's prints, licensing, workshops, or you're offering products. This is where they're going to really understand what you give them. And you must have an easy way for them to contact you. People judge professionalism in seconds, not minutes, seconds. When I sent people to my website, to my own area, the way clients treated me was totally different. Suddenly, I wasn't just posting pics and I wasn't just a hobbyist. I was a running photography business. I want you to imagine your dream client landing on your homepage. What do you want them to feel in the first 10 seconds? Awe, calm, inspiration? Write the words down now. This will help you build a beautiful website. On step 3, I asked you to write a bunch of words, right? You got your words all situated. So now when you have your website, you can use those words. You already have your portfolio ready, so you can add that into your website. When I first did my website, I did have someone build it for me. And then I got to a point where I wanted to understand my website on my own, just get it started. Because to this day, I still do not know of a website that is totally perfect for us photographers. If you know about a perfect website for us photographers, let me know down in the comments. So I'm going to share with you Photo Shelter, but that's for licensing. That really helps somebody like me who licenses my work. Whatever professional presence you have, it still will have these steps. Once you have that all done, we're going to go on to step 5. You're ready. You've packaged everything together. Now I want you to work on step 5, which is show up where your people are. Engage with comments. Be a human. Build relationships. You're not just broadcasting your professional presence to the world. Everything that you do, we're showing up and bringing everyone back to the website. But let me just say something here, because I know I get exhausted with social media. In the foundation, you really want to just pick one and rock that one, so you're not exhausted and you're happy to connect with your people. And once you pick that one, you're going to make that professional. This is a professional presence. You're going to have the same feeling as your website, the same verbiage, the way you talk, the images, the behind the scenes. Be yourself. I want you to think of this as building friendships. These are relationships with people that have your values. You're not just broadcasting everything to the world. See me, this is me. I'm buying this, buy this, buy this. Later on, you can get something like I use CoSchedule. I still work with one platform and then I spread the word out using something like CoSchedule. Don't need to do that right now. I know you feel like, I know I did. I felt like I needed to get to everyone, but I really didn't hit my people until I really focused on the one platform that I knew that they were at. Pick the one platform and double down on that. And then other platforms that you're on that you're like, nah, they're not really there and I'm not liking it. Let that go. You can come back to it later if you want, but not now. Let's focus on the one platform to really get these people to see you and your professionalism. Okay, the last step, step 6, super duper important. You know I had to say super duper, right? You see, professional presence is also in the small details. So respond to emails on time. Say thank you often. Package your offers from the heart. And what do I mean by that? First impressions totally builds trust. Consistency builds reputation. So I'll give you an example. When I work with clients who license my photography, I give them a beautiful coffee cup with the image that they purchase, they license on the coffee cup. And inside the coffee cup, I give them a bunch of goodies all wrapped up in tissue, and I tie it with a beautiful string and have a handwritten note of thank you. I do this because I'm appreciative. So ask yourself, what is one small upgrade I can make in my client's communication or delivery this week? Okay, normally in my CC Biz, I give them focus sheets so they can have this all done. They can put it in a binder, they can go into it, but you could just do it on your own right now. We're just going to wrap it all up. What do I photograph and what's my offer? What emotions do I want my people to feel? What makes my work unique or my offer unique? What colors or fonts can define me? What platform will I commit to? What's one action I will take this week to improve my professional presence? Again, you could pause me and write all this stuff down, go back and get it done, because this is your foundation. And if you made it through all 5 of these videos, kudos to you, because this is everything. This is your mission, your portfolio, your offer, your niche, your pricing, and now your professional presence. Congratulations. I'm so happy. You have just built the bedrock of your photography business. If you missed a step along the way, no worries. Go back and binge the playlist. It's all waiting for you on my channel. If you enjoyed this series, know that you have already started walking the path of the CC Biz. And here's why it matters. Before jumping into advanced marketing and doing what you think you need to do, you have to have a foundation. That's why so many photographers fail. With this foundation, you're ready for the next step, which I call Tier 2. Tier 2 is what I call building your legacy. It's the real system, the visibility, the income. We take what you've built and build it income that you have consistently. So celebrate this milestone. It's pretty huge. A lot of photographers won't do all this, or they're jumping around and they're not doing it in the steps. It's a method. That's why I call CC Biz method. I would love for you to share your progress down below. I'll see you next week with a new episode. I'm here every single Tuesday, 11:30 a.m. Eastern on YouTube, and I'm also in Spotify, Apple, and Amazon if you want to listen to me in your ears. Have a great week. Cheers, my friend. Bye. If you would like to get show notes, links that I talk about in the episode, and a bunch of other goodness like freebies to help you build your photography business, then head on over to photobizmethod.com. photobizmethod.com. See you there. Behind the scenes. This is where I chat, and I only put this on YouTube, not on my podcast. But I want to share with you, the leaves are already changing. Look, it's September, I think it's September 2nd or 3rd, I can't remember. But we're changing. I'm up in New England. They're kind of ugly though. I don't know if they're dry. Does somebody know why they have spots like this? They're saying something. The spots are something. I don't know if it's too much rain or not enough rain. I don't know. But they're not like, they're all like spotty. Like if I was a macro shoot this, there would be a lot of cleanup on that. The sun over here smells great. These smell delish. See, these are even going. They're really dry. Here's another one. Guys, it's been fun hanging out. I'm so glad you hung out with to the end of this. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you next week on a raw video I'm going to do for you. It won't be part of this series because we're done with this foundation series. All right. Bye, you guys.